Welcome back, Hive Mind. This is Shalzar with Hive Mind Gaming, coming at you with another Summoner's Glory video. We're going to start a Summoner's Glory Beginners series. So basically what I'm going to do today, we're just going to take a look at everything that you see on your screen as a new player, what you can... because I don't know about you, but when I started, it was so much information that it was almost intimidating, and trying to muddle through what you actually have to do and what needs to get done and what's helpful, what's just background noise, things like that. There's just a lot going on there. It's a good thing about this game and a bad thing about this game. There's so much to do that you sometimes forget. I still forget to do some things because there's just so much to do. All right, so let's get started. You've got this top left corner over here. You've got your character, and then you've got your champions or your phantoms that are actually running with you right now. So when you set up your formation so when you go into a fight, these are the phantoms that will be fighting with you. This is important when we get into phantoms and setting up formations, which will be on another video. This is important because it'll be a quick way to go, okay, I'm about to go into a fight. Are these the phantoms that I want for this fight? So it's really nice that they actually have that here. So it's just a quick reference to do that. And then you've got, here's one of the issues I have is that everything is in, there's 3 locations that you're going to find stuff on your screen. You've got this, you've got these icons here, and then you've got icons in the bottom corner. So I wish there was a way to actually manipulate stuff, to move stuff around, to put stuff where I want them. Because I would love to be able to just put all the stuff that I need to do on a daily, like my daily stuffs, in one spot. The stuff I need to do as soon as I log on, first thing when it comes to reset, in another place, and then grinding stuff in another. If I'm able to move stuff around, that's what I would love to do. All right, so let's get into what's in this corner over here. You got your effects. This is going to tell you if you have any buffs going on. You've got your battle assistant. This is where I spend a lot of my time when I get my energy built up. You've got the different locations that you can just send your guys out. The cool thing about this is that you're sending your phantoms out, but it doesn't lock your phantoms. So you can still use your phantoms in other locations, which is a situation in some games where if you send them out doing other things for you, you can't use them in your normal questing, that kind of thing, until they come back. So that is one good thing about this. So, and I'll do another video on all these, on this battle assistance at some point, and go over each one of these in detail. But basically it's stuff that you will unlock through campaigning and just doing your regular daily stuffs. So you'll unlock different levels, which will give you the opportunity to run more stuff. Next, you've got your Facebook bonuses. This is mostly just free stuff. Every day you'll be able to go through and just basically get all this stuff for a lot of this stuff for free. For instance, you've got your login bonus. Each day you'll be able to get one of these. There is a limit. Once you get to that limit, there's just no more to collect. But it's still free stuff, which is great because it's free books, it's free gems, and free skill phantoms, which will level up some of your other phantoms that you want to use. You've got the growth gift, which is also going to give you free stuff once you meet certain milestones when it comes to your level. You've got the newbie gifts, which is also, again, it's going to give you free stuff when you complete some of these things. You've got the tea room, which I always forget to get. Look at that. Got them right there. I always forget. See, this is one of the things that I always forget to get. I wish there was a red dot that pops up that tells you that your tea room is ready to come and get. So it tells you the times that it opens up to come and get your free energy. So extra 60 twice a day. So really nice. You've got your King of Patience. Basically, once you reach the milestone for the Demon Tower, you can collect 5 free books. You got the King's Treasury. Basically, as you're going through the game, you're going to get these little words, and once you collect the 2 words in each column, so the and power, then you can collect this. Of and the, you collect this, so on and so forth until you get all of them. Once you collect all of them, these are completely useless to you and do nothing else for you in the game. So what you're going to do is there's a crafting portion, which we'll get to eventually, and you can actually feed these to the crafter to get other useful stuff out of them. So you will still collect them even after collecting these gifts. So you will still get these, like I've got them here, and then you just turn them into other useful stuff. So they're not completely useless after you collect your gifts over here. Then you've got the Merlin's lessons, which will also give you free stuff as you do certain things and reach certain milestones. Again, more free stuff for reaching other milestones. You've got the lottery, which is also another milestone generator. So as you're doing certain things, they're giving you tons of free stuff, which is fantastic. You've got the King's Challenge, again, another milestone generator. You've got the Big Spender. This is the big one because this is one of probably the strongest champs in the game, which is Encarus. And as you spend money, once you spend your first $100, you unlock the first one, and then for each $100 you spend, another Encarus. So it gives you more Encaruses to level up your skills for the first one. So pretty nice. She's pretty strong. And then you've got the Public Warrant, again, milestones, and then you've got your daily sharing. Now here's the trick about the daily sharing. You just click the share button. Now I am on BlueStacks, so it's not linked to my phone here, but if you click the share, it's going to, even on your phone, it's going to pop up the item to share, and you just X out of it, and it's going to give you your 100. So little trick, you don't actually have to share. All right, so for the invitation code reward, basically what this is going to be is when you're watching content creators do their live streams and they're giving out free codes, that's what this is. This is going to be where you come and put that code in here, and it will exchange for extra rewards. All right, so then you've got your news and events. This is going to give you all your extra information about the actual game, things that are coming out, things that came out, like patch notes. I would assume that that's what they're going to use that for. All right, so once you get past that, then you've got your Discord. That's going to open up another browser, which we don't want to do. So let's go back to the game. It's going to open up Discord in another browser for you to go to their Discord and ask questions, things like that. Squad, this is going to be when you get a little bit further in the game and you want to team up with someone. You create a squad, or you can join squads here. So like this right here, these are 2 people that have a squad set up from level 1 to 190, and at any point you can just jump on here, join, and then you guys can run dungeons together. All right, so that's pretty much it for this top corner. Then across the top, a lot of this stuff you may not have, because I think a few of these don't actually show up until you reach a certain level in the storyline. So let's take a look. First off, you've got your gift. Pretty much the same stuff, though. Let's see. And then you've got your limited time summoning pack, which is never changed. Remaining time is 0 days for the same thing this whole time. So that's the one that's never changed. This one will depend based on your level. When you reach the level milestone, it puts up a new thing for you, which is, in all fairness, a 99 cents for that stuff is really good, because this is guaranteed an SS tier Phantom, and then of course your extra energy, and then an epic summoning book, which you should know what that is, but we'll do a beginner's guide on summoning at a later date. All right, so this right here is the exact same thing as the one we previously discussed over here with the Facebook symbol. So not sure why it's in both places, but they're the exact same tab. Then you've got your check-in. This is a daily login check-in, which is fantastic, because once you get to it, resets, goes back to the beginning, which means this down here also resets. So by the time you hit 21 days, you're going to get Jester as a free champ, because all of these add up to 90, I believe it is, which is what you need to summon an SS tier Phantom. And Jester, just so you know, is one of the stronger Phantoms in the game. So every single month, you're getting one free Jester, which is good, because every time you get one, you just feed him to the first one, and it gives him +1 level on one of his skills. So fantastic. I think this is awesome that I think it's awesome that they do this, where you've got your daily logins that just rotate. They just continuously rotate in and out as you get to them. And then on top of that, you get a free Phantom, which is one of the better Phantoms in the game so far. So I think it's awesome. I think it's a great thing that they're doing here at Summoner's Glory on that. All right, then you've got the black market. Now, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that it's a great thing. I've heard that it's a bad thing. I've heard that it's a complete waste of money. Here's the thing. Something like this. So when you get like these right here, the harvest ones, which is a speed boost. Now, this is actually something that I would like, because I mean, I need better speed glyphs. So that's really good for me. But someone, some of these other content creators that are like, oh, this is a horrible deal. Okay, well, it might be a horrible deal to them, because they can go and farm the gear in the dungeons, where you may not be at that level to be able to get that gear. So this might be the best way to get gear like this. So that might be something that you might want to think about when you're deciding whether or not you want to buy this gear or not. All right, next is the Trove. So the Trove is like a gambling den. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to spend 10 gems to unlock it. And then what you're going to do, you're going to spend 50 to get a chance to win one of these items. Now, what I usually do is I usually update it, and because you can just keep updating it until I find stuff that I really like. Like, I like the idea of 168 gems and also the energy. So I'll try it once. And I'll get that. Skin coupons, whatever. I wouldn't mind getting one of the cool skins that they've got. And then, of course, that's a crafting mat. And so once you do 3 of these, then you get a bonus. You get awesome. Okay, we like the vigor, the energy potions. And so once you get that, it gives you a red dot over guide, because what that's going to do is that's going to give you points here and extra stuff, and that'll give you your daily. See, these are daily things that you can do, which we're going to get to that in just a second. All right, next is your shop. Now, what makes the shop really good is, one, every day you can come here and collect this for 1 gem, which is fantastic. Then you've got your blacksmith, which is crafting tools or crafting gear. You've got your glory. This is stuff you get from, you've got your blue, and then you've got your yellow, I guess, glory. And basically, this is one of the many resources that you use to buy stuff. And so these are always static items that will always be here. So as you build them up. And then you've got your phantoms, which these are basically crafting or boxes that will give you a phantom of that type. So these are light, fire, wind, darkness, and water. And so if I buy one of these and open it up, it will give me a darkness phantom. But the problem is this can be of any level. So it can be A tier, S tier, or SS tier phantoms. It's completely random what you will get, but it will be of a phantom of that kind. All right, then you want to come down to gifts, and you always, once a day, get 1 free item. All right, and then it's got stuff you can purchase. Then you've got phantoms that you can purchase with yet another resource, different resource. But I wouldn't necessarily suggest buying phantoms from here. And the reason I wouldn't purchase phantoms from here is, one, you get phantoms pretty handily, especially S tier phantoms. So I wouldn't waste this resource on them, because you also use this resource to level your phantoms. And trust me, you might look at your account right now while you're watching this video and go, man, I've got a ton of this resource. Trust me, you won't. You won't have a ton of that resource once you figure out how leveling works. And again, we'll go over that in another video. All right, then you've got crystals. So as you're opening books, every time you open up a major book, the one with the little flame on the front, then you're going to get 6 points, 6 crystal shards, which is up here in this corner. Every time you open up a rare book, which is the gold book, you're going to get 1 for every book you open. So once you get 300 shards, your next book that you open up is not going to give you a champion. It's going to give you one of these shards. And with one of these shards, you can buy or unlock one of these champions. My suggestion, I've never seen a Master Merlin, a King Arthur, or a Dracula come out of a shard. So my suggestion is unlock those guys if you want them. I can tell you he's really good. I really haven't even looked at these two yet, to be honest. But these guys you can open from, well, these 2 guys you can open from shards. This guy you get free every single month. If you just want one, like let's say you pull a jester, or you get your monthly jester login, and you want to up his skill, don't spend 2 on a jester. Spend 1 on a skill phantom, and whoever you feed this skill phantom to will get +1 to a random skill. So don't waste your 2 on this guy when you're going to get him for free. So that's just my suggestion. All right, then you've got skins. These are really cool. That skin resource that I got out of the trove, that's what this is. So as you can see, skins are really expensive, so I'm not too worried about it, because it's going to be a while before I get it. And so that's going to be skins for your character that you're running around as. And then you've also got phantom skins that you can also purchase. So kind of neat. So a lot of these are really, really cool. So, and then there's a way to change them once you go into the character, which I can show you that when we go to the beginner's guide for champions. All right, then you've got your typical, like all games, you've got your typical buying, your gem purchasing shop. So, all right, then you've got your guide, which we went over this just a minute ago. This is basically more free stuff. So it's got daily quests that you can do. They're always going to be the exact same. I wish they would change them up a little, but they're always going to be the exact same quests. Once you do them, as you go through and do them, it will give you certain things, like this is more energy, that's summoning book, and that's diamonds, and these two were diamonds as well, I believe. Yeah. So, and then of course, every time you do them, you get whatever it shows right there as well. So it gives you points to this tracker, and then it gives you gems every time you do these. These give you gold, things like that. So more free stuff is always good. And then you've got certain things you can do for your character, for your phantoms, enchantments, things like that, and resources. So lots of cool stuff you can do with that. And then you've got this is a timed daily time thing. Every day you're going to have this pop up. The only thing I don't like about this, if I don't collect this, it will be on this one for the whole time. I would rather it be 5 minutes, and then at the 15-minute mark, this opens, and then at the 20-minute mark, this opens. So if I'm out questing, it will still completely build up, and at some point, I can open this up and collect all of them. That's what I would love for this to be, but unfortunately, I have to collect that, and now the timer starts on this one. So then summon. This is going to be a quick, easy button to get to your summon page, so you can just summon stuff. So if you have books that you want to, like let's say you get a reward and it's an extra book, because I don't want to open this until I have 6. So let's say I get that 6th one, I can just easily pop it up, click on that, and summon them. Boom, done. And then I get out and I go on. All right, then you've got your novice activity. Again, this is a login bonus, another login bonus, where you get extra stuff, and then of course it's got down here. It's got stuff as you're gaining stuff. It builds this tracker, which gives you the ability to get extra gems, and all of these are little quests, lifetime. I guess these are lifetime achievement quests, because you can only receive them once. So once you do these, you receive the bonuses, and it's got 4 tabs filled with stuff to do, which is pretty cool. And the cool thing is you can do them out of order. So you don't have to do all of level 1 to get to level 2, and all of level 2 to get to level 3, etc. You can actually do them out of order. So if there's stuff you don't want to do, like I've never dueled anyone, but there's a reward if you duel someone. So I like it. I think that's cool. I just wish it wasn't its own tab. I wish it was a part of the, I mean, even if they put it with the bonus on the bonus tab where you got all this stuff. I mean, put it as one of the tabs here. Keep all the stuff together that makes sense to be together. All the stuff having its own little tab is somewhat annoying. All right, then of course, then you've got your miniature map. You can click on that, and it brings up the full map of this area. And here's a little trick that it took me a minute to figure out. There's the world map down here. If you click on that, it will bring up the world map. And then at any point, you can click on an area, and it will take you straight to that map. So really, really cool, because it's really helpful when you're trying to get stuff done, or you just want to farm, or whatever you want to do. It's easy to get there because of the world map. Right here, you've got your quests. You can usually it will have 2 quests shown. One will always be your story mode, and then 2 will be the last thing that you were working on. So at any point, you can go into your quests, and you'll have your story quest. You'll have your any bonus quests that you might have. Raid quests are going to be when you go into the area like I'm in right now that I just ported to. It's got the little guy there. These are where you're going to go to just kill stuff, and you kill 150, you get a reward. Then you've got your warrants, which we'll go over at some point in a beginner's video, and then we've got the daily quests, which are going to be different than the daily quests I showed you before. These are actually daily quests. There's 4 or 5 people within the city, the main city, that will give you a daily quest, and you can run them like 6 or 7 times each day, and getting extra stuff every time you run it. So, and we'll go again. This will be a separate video because it's a lot of information to go over. So, and then down here, finally, we have your 3 items here, and then this stuff here. So first off, we'll go into here. This is a lot of information. So again, this will be its own separate video, but basically each one is going to be its own monster, I guess. So you got your crafting. This is where you're going to do that. Like earlier I was talking about, you have those letters where you can, yeah, here it is, where you can actually feed those those words, I should say. You feed those words to get one of these pouches, and one of those pouches gives you a puzzle piece that will allow you to summon more champs. And of course, these, if you do 5 at a time, you just get a full book. So kind of neat. I think it's awesome that they put this in the game so that these aren't just wasted and you don't stop collecting them. So kind of neat. And then lots of different summoning things to build resources and to get books. It's another way to get books in a lot of cases. Get rid of crap that you just don't need. So kind of neat. I really, really like that. You've got sacrifice. Sacrifice is going to give you the ability to sacrifice phantoms, because one thing that it doesn't tell you anywhere is that there is a limit on how many phantoms you're allowed to have. So once you get to that limit, you can't summon any more phantoms. So if you get to a point, I remember I told you that one resource is what you use to level your champions. Eventually you're going to run out of that resource, which is this right here. Once you run out of that resource, you're not going to be able to level up your champions anymore. So the only way to get that resource is to get it while adventuring, doing certain things, or sacrificing other champs or other phantoms that you're not going to use. You can sacrifice them to get that resource. So that's another way to gain that resource to help with your other champions. All right. So then you've got your blacksmith. This is going to allow you to level up your gear or get rid of gear to get more resources. If you've not noticed, there's tons and tons of resources in this game. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but understandable. They're trying to make this game really MMO-like, but on a handheld device. So I commend them on that, because it's really close. It's the closest MMO type mobile game that I've seen, and I mean it's really good how they've done it so far. So, but anyway, that's what the blacksmith is used for, is to help with the equipment, which we'll go over in another video. All right, chat is where you're going to make friends. You're going to send invites. You can give up to 20 of your closest friends extra vigor. And the cool thing is hopefully they're going to reciprocate and give you vigor as well. So when they actually give you vigor, it will put a red dot up here that you have some vigor to accept. So you can see that it was received. So that person already sent me some. All right, so it's going to look like this, and you just click that and hit receive, or you can hit this button here. It says get it now, and it will receive everything. If someone sent you a friend's request, it will look like this and put a red dot there. You can either accept it or decline it, either way. Now it says failed to approve. That means I've got my max number of friends. So unfortunately, that one has to go bye-bye. All right, and then there's other stuff that has to go with that tab, but we can go over that in a later video. Then you've got your guild tab. This is going to allow you to check out your other members of your guild. Also, as you complete different tasks, it's going to unlock bonuses that your guildies are going to be able to collect. So as you and your guild do things in the game, you unlock bonuses for your guild. So it's actually really cool the way that works. And then you've got other things where you can give your friends puzzle pieces. So like this right here, I can send this guy one of my mini puzzle pieces, and you can get up to level of the puzzle piece. So if it's an A puzzle piece, you can get 4. If it's an S, you can get up to 2. And if it's a SS tier puzzle piece, you can get up to 1. So yeah, it's kind of neat how that works actually. And then of course you can make a wish by telling them, okay, well, what do I want? And it also tells you what you currently have. So I've got 1 of 90, 1 of 90, 2 of 90, that kind of thing. So I can actually go in here and let's see if I've got one. All right, so like for this one right here, I've got 91 out of 90. That means I can actually summon this champ or this phantom when I go into my roster. But I can put that one in as the one that I want puzzle pieces for. And if someone has an extra one that they're willing to give up, they can give it to me. And it's also one of your daily quests is to gift a fragment to one of your guildies. So, and then you've got actual quests that your guild can do. And as they do these quests, they get points where the guild leader can actually purchase stuff to fight guild bosses or do guild wars, things like that. And then you also get points, and when you get the points, you can actually come in here and buy champions as well. So actually kind of neat. This is actually really neat on how guilds work in this game. All right, then you've got leaderboards. This is going to give you lots of different leaderboards that you can look up for BM, level, wealth, demon tower, arena, and charm. And then you've got magic cannon. This is going to you're not going to get this until later in the game. It's going to unlock because you got to. A lot of this stuff is not going to unlock until you get to a certain spot in the story. So don't get frustrated about you not knowing what a lot of this stuff does, or that it's not unlocked on your game just yet. You just got to get to that point in the story to be able to do these things. But basically, this is a good way to practice on how the enchantments work, which is going to bring us to the enchantments down here at the bottom. As you find these enchantments, you're going to be able to unlock them. There's a few that I still don't have unlocked, and this is stuff you're going to be able to use while fighting. So, which is, again, will be its own video because it's a lot of information. All right, then you've got your character where you can go in and actually see what your stats are. You can actually see what the skins are. Things like that. Weapons, skins, and pets are not in the game yet, but obviously they're going to be because they've got tabs for them. And this just shows your overall stats and things like that. Then you've got your phantoms. This is where you can go in and actually level up your champions and feed them to each other, things like that, and put equipment on them to make them better. Your formation is where you're going to figure out what your who you're leveling and or who's going to be in your roster at that moment. For instance, all these 4 are leveling, so as I'm doing quests and things, I want them in my formation so that they're the ones getting the XP. If I have to fight a boss or go into something important, then I change to my formation 2, which is my formation that I use when I'm fighting a boss. So that's the way I use it. You guys can use it however you want to set up your formations. And then of course the squad is if you're playing with another player, you each will only get 2 champions and the person that you created for yourself. So you'll have the 3 champions. Each player will have 3 champions, and you can have up to 4 players in your party. So, or three players, sorry. 3 players in your party, so that'd be 9 phantoms that you'll be, it'd be 9 people fighting, because only 2 of them are phantoms, and then you've got your wizard, your summoner. All right. And then next you've got your grimoire. Grimoire is just a basic information place where you can go and see what phantoms you have in each faction. Right here it tells you your overall phantoms of what you've unlocked, not what you have, but what you've unlocked. So 163 out of 201, and it will show you actually all the phantoms that you've unlocked. So the S, S, and A tier of each one. So it will show you all that. The cool thing is it will also show you any special phantoms that you never seen before. So like this one right here, it's only a silhouette, but it's obviously the same sprite that is on the that's on the wind. I think it's wind faction, but this is an SS tier of that faction, of that champion. I've never seen it before, and it's only an SS. It doesn't have a S version or an A version of it, so kind of interesting. All right, and then the other thing for the grimoire is down here in this corner. It shows favorites. This is where, as you collect certain things, it gives you more free stuff, which again is pretty awesome because free stuff is great. So the only problem I don't like about this is it won't tell me if I've unlocked something. So for instance, all these say received because I've already collected them. But if I actually get something or get a new new phantom that I've never had before, like for instance, if I got this one, I wouldn't know that I can collect my free stuff unless I came in here and actually looked and it showed me. I wish that every time I get something free, it shows a red dot there and then shows a red dot here so that I know to go in there and collect it. Kind of like this has a red dot. All right, and then finally is your career. These again, career quests or achievements that you get free stuff with. So again, really cool, but should probably be with other stuff that is quests / achievements that give you free stuff. I don't know. I just think a lot of this stuff could be put together. So lots of cool stuff in here though. Like this one I've already completed. So you can actually go in here and see what it was. And I got extra essence every time I completed one. So these are kind of neat to look through just to see what all you can do to gain some of these rewards. So kind of neat that they have all that in there. So that's pretty much it for that tab. Next, you've got your activity. This is where you can actually kind of like the battle assistants. you can actually go in here and actually send your guys to do stuff. Like for instance, King's Warrant, which is a big one. You can do these daily. You just click on it and it sends you straight to the young lady that gives you your King's Warrants. So really good. Same with the Demon Tower. If you click on the Demon Tower, and then you can just go right in here and collect your warrants. And then you can do one warrant at a time. So the same as the Demon Tower, if I click that, it would send me over to the I think it's a Phantom that runs the Demon Tower. And then you go and, say something to them, you click on it, and it sends you into the Demon Tower, and you can start doing the Demon Tower. And so all these things are places you can go to get certain things. And it tells you right here what those things are that you can get as rewards for doing these things. So, and then you've got your adventure. These are dungeons, basically, you can run. Same with arena. This is where you go for the PvP portion of the game. All right. And then next is your backpack. This is going to give you your gear that you put on your champion. And then it also, so the first tab is going to have everything. And then there's tabs that break all those things down. So these are your items that you get, including your summoning books. And then your materials. These are going to be your crafting materials. And also your puzzle pieces for your enchantments. These are not puzzle pieces for your people, for your phantoms. These are puzzle pieces for your enchantments, which enchantments are going to work similar. And then you've got your equipment. This is the equipment that you actually wear. Cool thing is that you can actually hold different sets of armor, because each set does something different. So I really like that. So they do have set bonuses to show you what you're getting for that equipment. Your weapon tells you what your abilities are going to be while in a fight. So depending on your weapon depends on what abilities you're going to be using in that fight. So keep that in mind. And then last but not least is this section here. This is going to be the chat box, which is going to pop up. This is another way to get to your friends and your chat. And then you've got your actual chat for the game, I guess. You've got all the shows, all of the chat that's happening, including any kind of system announcements or achievements that you do. It pops it into chat. You also have it breaks it down by category. So you've got your system, you've got world chat, you've got your guild chat, you've got I don't know what now is, and then you've got squad, which is when you're in a squad with other players, you can just type directly to them. And then recruitment, if you want to join a guild, this is where you want to jump in to see what's available for that. So and then last but not least, you've got your mail. This is where you're going to get things from the game. One thing in the shop is that you can buy a lifetime diamond reward, where every single day you'll receive 520 diamond, or a lifetime summoning book, which is the big summoning book. Once a day you can get that as a gift. So lots of cool stuff in the game, and that's pretty much a breakdown of the UI. So if you have any other questions, just put them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. So if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, hit the like button and join the Hive by hitting the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.